have some really cool new products to show you. I have brand new archival inks. They're made by Ranger. I have 6 awesome colors. They're more vintage looking than the present archival line, and they coordinate perfectly with distress. I also have new stencil from Stampers Anonymous, and I'm going to show you a really cool 2-part stencil. This makes stenciling so easy, and you can add more than one color. So what I'm going to do is just lay my tree on here, on my tag. I'm going to just take it down, I think. Just kind of slippery here. I'll just put a quick piece of tape on this. Okay, so if I put my tree stencil down, I can put it anywhere. I can start with the leaves if I want to, or I can do the tree trunk and the branches. So I'll put that down here. And I'm just going to take my archival ink. A lot of people don't know that you can stencil with archival ink, and it's really, really cool because kind of think about this. Normally you start with your project and do your background first. Okay, that's fine. Normally you start do your background first and then add your things on top of it, but if you stencil with archival, you can stencil your main image on and then add your distress or any water-based product over it, which is really, really cool. It's a whole different way of thinking about things. So with my 2-part stencil, I'm just going to use my archival ink, and I can use my blending tool, and I can tap it on lightly if I want a light color. If I want a little bit darker color, I'll just rub it a little bit. So you can see I'm only going to add the branch, God darn it, and the tree, kind of tree branches here. Okay, so now that was my new potting soil. It's a beautiful brown. So now if I take my stencil, okay, so now what I'm going to do is when I have this stencil in place, you'll see that all the brown is going to be covered up. So I know it's right in the right spot. Okay. So now I can take any other color. If I want this to be a fall, I could use the orange blossom and add a little bit of the red geranium. If I want green leaves, I'll just go ahead and use my new fern green, which is another beautiful color. Okay, so I just use my blending tool again, and this will only add leaves. So I think this just makes, instead you don't have to use any masking, you don't have to do anything hard. This just really makes it quick and easy. So now when I take this off, except for the little goober there, I have my 2-colored tree. Simple and easy. So here is the finished project. You can see I have my tree done in my potting soil. I added the fern green leaves. I used the red geranium to add some little berries. That's another new stencil. After I had all my archival done, then I could go back and I added all my distress on top of that. And you can see the little water spots. I stamped with water, and I'll show you how to do that if you want to see that. But what you'll see is that it's only in this area where I use the distress ink. The archival is permanent and waterproof, and that's the benefit of the archival ink. So anytime you want something to be permanent, waterproof, it won't bleed, archival's the answer. And really pretty much anytime if you're thinking, okay, what ink would work on this, archival's going to be the answer.